Yes, what's on your mind? Dantoonie's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi Council members.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantoonie, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past. Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. Exar Kun was defeated, but the war left both the Republic and our own orders severely weakened. For 20 years we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict. "20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the Outer Rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After much debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation. The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for a massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun. The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle. 2 young knights in particular demanded immediate action, Revan and Malak. They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause, and against the wishes of their masters, joined the Republic fleet battling the Mandalorians. Revan was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally. No one is denying that Revan was one of the keys to defeating the Mandalorians, but something happened out there on the Outer Rim. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months, scattered sightings that were never confirmed. Perhaps they simply went far beyond the edges of Republic space. Maybe they found previously undiscovered hyperspace routes to the ends of the galaxy. Nobody knows for certain. 3 years ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror. Initially, the bulk of the Sith force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us, lured by Sith promises of riches and power. But what is more disturbing is the size of the Sith fleet itself. Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during the Mandalorian Wars, but many more are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems impossible to have created it in such a short time, yet we cannot deny its existence. For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan, as you probably know. She was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in both ships and soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers. Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson. May the Force be with you.
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon. Master Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
Greetings, apprentice. Though I understand you shall not have that lowly title much longer. Master Jar tells me that your progress has been remarkable. Soon he feels you will attain the rank of Padawan. Then you will truly be a full-fledged Jedi. How are you enjoying your training? With power comes responsibility. And only by learning discipline and sacrifice can we truly learn to master our potential. I wish you luck in your training, apprentice. There is much you must yet learn. May the Force be with you.
The Kath Hounds have been very active of late. The settlers feel they are becoming more dangerous.
Please do not disturb me. I have pressing matters. Achuta, Wonga. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodak. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukasmak talea. Dantoonie is one of our last refuges.
Ikukuno no ba mulira chi gratulo ka tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa nitapu takom justa ka chikun manaman otota ka takom justa miki grabel mogo katolpa da bong takom justa
I hear that the Sith have defeated another Republic battle.
Tabistubong konki pangpa. Chingpalachiska muli. Tuni rana no prata dunk no serchadoma wama kun bestoma. Nisha chilo chakin kuno bamuli rajikun. Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kunbes. Ching.
Yes?
The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Rahatia Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing. I hear the Sith have been beating the Republic pretty bad. They must have spent the whole time building ships since we beat them last time.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with? Indeed. What is it you would like from me? The Council has told you nothing of the Grove? Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of cathounds. They may be agitated by the power in the grove. Is there something else I can help you with? Very well. What is it you wish to know? Ah, yes, those caves. Those caves are dangerous for the unwary. Kinreth spiders infest the places. They are attracted by the colors and heat given off by the crystals, I think. It is a pity. Those caves are strong with the Force. Is there something else I can help you with? About me? I am truly flattered. What is it you wish to know? As I have said, I believe, my name is Nemo. I am here by the will of the Jedi Council. Indeed, my young friend, that I am. I have served the Council for many years, and have seen many apprentices pass through this enclave. I think perhaps you place an undue importance on rank and hierarchy. Understandable, but regrettable also. We each serve in our place, high or low. Is there something else I can help you with? About me? I am here by the will of the Jedi Council. I serve the good and, hopefully through that, the people of the Republic. Is there something else? I hope your time is well spent here on Dantoonie.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition? Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence? Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the Cath Hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help. Recently, the Cath Hounds have been acting much more aggressively. They've even attacked some of the settlers. Those Mandalorian raiders have been milking the outlying farms dry, too. I hear John got hit really bad. Too bad about his daughter. I'm not sure exactly what the Council will do about it, but we need some help with this. I only hope they'll listen to me. Is there anything else you require? Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place. With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malak has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders, so don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else I can help you with? Well, as you can see, Dantoonie is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. The ones you'll most likely hear about are the Sandals and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandral just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the Council to do something. Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Great lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the Council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well, and no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the Council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else you require? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on... Well, as you can see, Dantoonie is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most bought out. Farewell, then.
Hello. I'm afraid I'm not very good at explaining things. If you have any questions, please ask my husband.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer. Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no. There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter. But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
I hear the Sith have been beating the Republic pretty bad. They must have spent the whole time building ships since we beat them last time.
I heard that the Sith have destroyed Taurus. This bodes ill for us.
La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kit. Tuk ninja mura rabes. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Ndi adoda chimokabi. Uba batu kochi. Tong non bong chang nung yang. Tong katok smakdelia. Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Rachikun. Mucha shakpampa. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kit. Tuk ninja mura rabes. Uba batu kochi. Tong non bong chang nung yang. Tong katok smakdelia. La boda ni winkis matoma.
Please do not disturb me. I have pressing matters at hand.
You know those stones to the east of here? I heard they did some digging and found they aren't natural. Rahasia Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing. Rahasia Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been...
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see? We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if... could he have been kidnapped? Not that I know of. None of my neighbors really know he's there. Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Maybe Cathhounds. But no, Cathhounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No, it must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked. No, the door was undamaged and showed no signs of tampering. Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming... Well, yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband I have left. He's very dear to me, my preciouses. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantoonie. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me. Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Nawabagon, Bagwa Shang Kontimachi Chiwaka Aita Kicha na Yutornico, Un Muriras Nuno Poiwanga, Ton Wamaji, Human Akun Ikatune, Chiwi Aita Katon Chicha, Agi Tuko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Tangi Wamaji Kuna, Ton Kipa Noku Net Abog. Tong hitwama aki inkotune, totong hitwama ki aki ikotu, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki nurira kuntin, imba nokun nikyota, chiwaka aita ka kicha na yupornigo, un nurira snimo poiwanga, tong hitwam uchiwa penki, tong hitwama Kakincha na chiwi aita katong Baba Hassan Kakincha na Baba Hassan
What?
trespassing on this estate. Leave immediately.
These settlers have come to Dantoonie seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
What?
Yes, what's on your mind? Dantooines? Well, that's all I... You got it. Uh-huh.
What?
Sure.
Achuta, wonga kun bis dolpi kikoyana, tong patugas maktelia. Ronda dijo tonga kun honkabi, wana kun bez ching palamule, kun kimba moda, ning chatukunde, mulegales. Mucho shakpakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Ta kunjus takmiki grabumogo, kachichu itabo bunga, tolbabang wale oganda naru chuchut, novisha ponka bolawa, ules limo, kumis, uleranes, jedabadawana nidibobo, tong nabunsha ninya, tong patukas telea. Kun hongami, wana kun bez ching palamule, kun kimba muda, tuping chatukunde, mulerabes, chikun ita haudonga, ikin kun pa mulerachi, stimo podona, tong haitwang chikun lupa, ita poe tikito. Golfa da Ponqualeo Gandona Chuchu, Kachi Chu Ita Dundonga, Yumalita Kutotun, Chilamulane Nindupobo, Onga Kumbisjan Ba Mulera, Runda Kiko Tonga Kununga, Wana Kumbis Ching Palamule, Kunkiba Muda, Kupin Chatukunde, Mulera. Chikun ita haudonga, ikin kuno ba mulera chikun. Stimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunkin ba muda. Tupin chatukunde, mulerabes. Chikun ita haudonga. Ikin kuno pa mulera chikun. Stimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunkin ba muda. Tupin chatukunde, mulerabes. Chikun ida hodonga. Ikin kuno pa mulera chikun. Stimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunkin ba muda. Tupin chatukunde, mulerabes. Mucho shakpakat. Chi non ho dama paole rachikun.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river. I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here in Dantoonie. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusoff, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will begin.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulerakin. Lunda di Hotonga kun Hunkabi. Ta kunjus Tahmiki Grabelmogo. Kachichu Itabo Dunga. Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Tong Haitwam Jiji Jung Yumpa. Muchashatpa. Akupa Chekopa? Kachikun Itahodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Simo podona. Yodunga kun kabe. Muchashatpa kant. Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Takunjus Tahmiki Grabelmogo. Kachichu Itabo Dum.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. I can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it. How can I be of further? Of course. Of course.
So, what do you want to know? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, but with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handed standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with it, so can I go now? So, what do you want to know? Well, kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Is there any other information? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other? Very well.
Ronda dijo tonga kun ta kunjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chitne. Mamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis. Jedo badwana nigibogo. Tong haitwam jiji muchasha pakhan. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Jedo badwana nigibogo. Tong na bunsha ta kunjus takniki. Jedo badwana nigibogo. Tong haitwam jiji jumpa. Nita poe tikitu. Dolpa da bonqualeo gandonan chuchu. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kutotun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbisjan ba mulira. Ta kunjis takniki grabumoko. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolbabank waleo ganda naru chuchut. Ongish kachi kun ita bonga. Muchashat bakhan.
How can I be of further assistance? I know him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further... Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantoonie. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? You should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know? You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Bullock guy. Right.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Darrow spaceport, there have been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Pupa was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here.
Kun idahaldonga, iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona, rundihodunga kun hunkabe. Runda dihodunga kun hunkabi. Kachikun idahaldonga, iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona. Takumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mulisha punka bola wana chikne. Amul kachikun ita hodonga. Yikin kuno pamunerat muchashat pakat.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So, now I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Iriaz can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course.
Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the... Is there any other... Very well.
Okupa? Tonga kun hunkabi. Ta kunji stakmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu itabodo. Tonga kun hunkabi. Ona kun bez ching palamule. Tunking bamude. Tugning chatukunde. Mulerabes. Kachikun itahodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachikun. Stimo podonar. Diodunga kun hunkabe. Mucho shak paskat.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Emperor just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Medic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder. We go back. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years. And we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Is there any other information? Very well.
Hey, what are you doing?
제도바도와는 이디보보 동나붕샤 누누냐 동바두카시막 달래라 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군오 바물레라 치군 스리모포도나 군디호둔가 군가베 Mickey, grab el mogo. Cachichu, itabo, dunga. Tolbablanc, wale oganda naru, chuchut. Molisha ponga, mola wana chikte. Mule slimo, podadara nanga, kumbis, mule rabes. Kachikun itaho dunga. Ikinkun opa, mule rachikun. Slimo podona, dunga dunga ku, hunkabe. Lunda dijo tonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunutek. Tugning chatukunne mule rabes. Tong haitwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikitu. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbis-chan ba mulera.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Takunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu itabo dunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponga bola wana chikne. Amule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachikun itaho dunga. Ikinkun ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Tong haitwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikitu. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandonan chuchu. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbis-chan ba mulera.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Onga kumbis dolpi kikumiana. Dong patugas makelea.
You